Have you ever stood in a busy airport, suitcase in hand, and thought to yourself, oh no, what if I don't understand what they say in English? Don't worry, you're not alone. Airports can feel stressful, even in your own language. But in English, it can feel like you're in a movie with no subtitles. Today, I'm going to guide you step by step through English at the airport. By the end of this episode, you'll know how to check in, go through security, find your gate, and board your flight. All in simple, practical English. And I promise, we'll make it fun. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel, where learning English is easy, practical, and yes, even fun. So let's imagine this together. You've just arrived at the airport. The place is huge. There are people rushing around, announcements echoing from loudspeakers, and signs everywhere. It feels exciting and a little confusing, but don't panic. Let's start at the very beginning, the check-in counter. When you walk up, the airline staff usually greets you with something like, "Hello, may I see your passport and ticket, please?" Your answer can be simple. "Here you are," or "Sure, here's my passport." Then they might ask, "Do you have any bags to check in?" This is important. If you have luggage, say, "Yes, I have one bag to check in." If not, just say, "No, only hand luggage." See? Easy. Step 1 done. Now, once your bag is checked, they'll give you a boarding pass. They might say, "Here's your boarding pass. Your gate is B12. Boarding starts at 2:30. All you need to say is, "Thank you." Tip: always smile. Even in stressful places like airports, a smile makes everything smoother. Okay, now step 2, security check. This is where many travelers feel nervous. At security, you'll often hear, "Please place your bag on the belt. Take off your jacket, shoes, and belt. Laptop out of the bag, please." Your job is simple. Follow instructions, and if you don't understand, don't panic. Just say, "Could you please repeat that?" Or, "Can you speak a little slower, please?" Trust me, security staff are used to this, and they'd rather you ask than look confused. Next, you're through security. Time for step 3, finding your gate. Look at your boarding pass. You'll see your gate number, like A24 or C15. If you're unsure where it is, you can ask airport staff, "Excuse me, where is gate A24? Or, how do I get to gate B12? They'll point the way, and often they'll use simple English to help. Now, imagine you're sitting at your gate. Suddenly, you hear an announcement. "Attention passengers on flight 345 to London. Boarding will begin shortly at gate B12. Great, that's you. When boarding starts, the staff might ask, "May I see your boarding pass, please?" Just smile and hand it over. "Here you are." They might also ask for ID or passport. Again, simple answer. "Of course." Boom, you're on the plane. Congratulations. But wait, what if you need something during the flight? Don't worry, we've got that covered too. On the plane, flight attendants are your friends. They might ask, "Would you like chicken or pasta?" Your answer, "Chicken, please." Or, "Pasta, please." Always add please. What about drinks? They'll usually say, "Would you like something to drink?" You can reply, "Water, please." Or, "Orange juice, please." And if you need help, here are 2 magic phrases. Excuse me, may I have? Excuse me, could you help me, please? For example, excuse me, may I have a blanket? Excuse me, could you help me with my bag? Simple, polite, and effective. Now, let's talk about common mistakes. One big mistake is saying, I want too much. For example, I want water. It sounds a little rude. Better to say, can I have water, please? Or, I'd like water, please. Another mistake? Forgetting please and thank you. Airports are busy, but politeness makes you stand out in a good way. Here's a quick role play. Imagine this conversation at the check-in desk. Staff, good morning. May I see your passport and ticket, please? You, good morning. Here you are. Staff, do you have any bags to check in? You, yes, one bag to check in. Staff, great. Your gate is C15, boarding at 3:20. You, thank you very much. See? Easy, polite, and natural. Now, another common situation, immigration control. This is when you enter or leave a country. The officer might ask, what is the purpose of your visit? You can say, tourism, or I'm here for business. They might ask, how long will you stay? Your answer, 2 weeks, or 5 days. And if they ask, where will you stay? You can say, at a hotel, or with friends. Keep it short and clear. Immigration officers like simple answers. All right, let's add a little humor. Imagine this. You're standing at security, trying to take your laptop out, your shoes off, your belt off, and suddenly your phone starts ringing. You think, really? Now? Airports are like that. They love to test your patience. But if you know the right English phrases, you can handle it with confidence and maybe even laugh about it later. So, what's the big takeaway today? Airports don't have to be scary. With just a handful of simple English phrases, you can check in, go through security, find your gate, and board your flight without stress. The secret? Stay polite, keep your answers simple, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Before I say goodbye, I want to ask you a fun question. If you could fly anywhere in the world tomorrow, where would you go? Think about it, and maybe even practice saying it in English. I'd like to fly to Paris, or I want to go to New York. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Daily English Listening Stories channel. Give this episode a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and share it with your friends who are also learning English. Thank you so much for listening today. Remember, learning English is like traveling. It opens new doors, gives you new experiences, and is always more exciting when you share it with others. Until next time, safe travels, happy learning, and don't forget your passport. Bye, everyone.